Hey, beautiful masculines, clearing and cross watchers. So I've just done a feminine reading in this new style, and I am about to dive into a masculine version. So we're going to cover what energies you're bringing to your twin dynamic connectivity right now, how you're kind of approaching it, what you need to be aware of, spirit guidance regarding that alignment, whether it's beneficial or not, we'll say. And then I'm going to pull cards on your emotional, mental, and physical realm, emotional, mental, physical alignments with your spiritual development. So what's going on in your personal evolution, in your private life, in your independent life. And we'll see if anything with your feminine comes up in that, and spirit guidance. And then I will have a message for the divine feminines who are cross-watching, because we know that the feminines will be cross-watching this to see where their masculines are at. All right, so let's dive in. The first one is, what is the union space, the connectivity doing right now? Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us how the masculines are approaching the twin flame dynamic right now. What are they bringing to the connectivity? We got the Star of Destiny first off. So this is beautiful. Masculines are really looking at the feminine as their destined path, as the holy grail, that prize that is the testament to healing and balance in their lives. So masculines, you know, you absolutely know. And then we have a bunch of other cards here. Yeah, so there's still fear. This is a card of blocked vision, not knowing how to approach the situation, not knowing how to go forward. I'm actually being drawn to that crescent moon. I didn't have my moon schedule up here. So yeah, that's the 21st. So that was the solstice. So the solstice has been a very big event, and it's funny because this is the age of Aquarius, the official start for the age of Aquarius with the Jupiter-Saturn alignment. So yeah, it's not in your head, masculines, that you have felt a shift in the energies, that you have felt a increase of passion. We have the King of Wands here. So sexual passion and a desire to physically connect is a huge driver right now for the masculines. With this blocked vision, there are still situations that are holding progress back. I'm really being drawn into this card of progress. It's paramount right now, masculines, to really look at what those personal victories are for you, what direction you want to go. Get your thoughts in order. Figure out your karmic situation. Understand where you've been holding yourself back. And this is a confirmation that you are doing that. You are making progress in your own right. There's only one person here. In many decks, this is a masculine bringing a feminine and a child to safe harbor. In this particular deck, it's just one individual taking personal accountability for their own contributions, their own happiness. And so keep doing that, masculines, because that's bringing you out of karmic situations with clear mindedness, with love versus fear, with an independent and embodied spiritual direction. So yeah, there are things still coming to light. This moon in the reverse is the divine feminine, but it's also the subconscious. As you do this work, masculine, and for feminines cross-watching, just know that the masculines are sorting their subconscious drivers right now. They're taking accountability. They're no longer wanting to go on autopilot and have karmic situations running the show, giving away their power. So yeah, masculines, keep doing that. And here's the trailblazing Seven of Wands. Look at all that new growth, new potential, but there are these established commitments, established thought patterns, established spoken or unspoken agreements with those in the masculine's lives that will now need to be addressed. And for this new growth, there are some that are no longer compatible, and then this one I'm thinking is the divine feminine. So divine masculines, you are going to have to align with your spiritual truth. See this wand here in blossom? That's the same process, the karmic dues that you'll have to pay to get into this legitimate embodiment. So this is conversations, this is actions, this is physically making the changes in your life, bravely going forward towards this embodiment of your spiritual truth, alignment with your destined path, with your feminine. This is just kind of a news report of where you're at with it. But yeah, even talking with your feminine about this destined path, about the progress, there is coming a time where that coordinated and brave interaction is going to have to take place on a deeper level. But there are other karmic situations that are needing to be sorted, is what I'm seeing there. Okay, so spirit advice for that. What would spirit advice be? Oh my goodness, we already get the Four of Wands. So keep going bravely through your transformation. We have the Death and Rebirth card here in the reverse. So you're in the portal. Your promise is this Four of Wands union. Masculines, this destined path, this King of Wands, King of Flames, divine masculine energy. That is what you are en route for. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep bravely going forward. And that is not an opposition fight. That is an owning it and knowing your truth motion. And very clearly, masculine spiritual advice is you are manifesting union with your feminine, especially if you're watching this, dear masculine. This is the way of it. Continue being encouraged, sight unseen. Don't fall prey to fear. Know that you are on a spiritual blessed journey, and that tapping into your inner knowing of what love versus fear is a very feminine integration within. Trusting your intuition, sight unseen, having not blind faith, but faith in the unseen, faith in that spiritual, the love that pulls you forward towards this celebration energy. You're getting there. You are coming through a rebirth of alignment with the 3D and full-on embodiment of that higher ascended spiritual navigation. So yes, good job, masculines. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to pull some emotional, mental, and physical realm energies for the masculines. What are the masculines navigating on the emotional, mental, and physical levels in their lives? What is the cutting edge development? What is the spiritual evolution for the masculines? How is it evident? How is it playing out in all aspects, all levels of their emotional, mental, and physical realms? What is it that we can see regarding where the masculines are at? Okay, I'm going to get 3 for each layer, just like I did with the feminines. Oh, the Four of Wands again on the conscious mind. Oh, masculines. That's gorgeous. Okay, so on the emotional level, we're getting Temperance. This is my old soul level caliber healing. This is where the angels are in full support of your beautiful becoming. This is emotional balance in the highest. This is mastery as well. The feminine's got that mastery card as well, the Sun. This is the equivalent in the emotional arena. This is profound emotional mastery, masculines. This is the alignment where you can trust yourself, where you can hold your own, where you can have such peace on the emotional level that you're not swayed negatively by any intensity that your feminine still might be navigating in. You know, these twin flame dynamics are safe because both counterparts come into such an emotional accountability, a personal accountability and wholeness, that they don't put that codependent stuff on to the other one. They just get to have fun and coordinate the effort and really be unstoppable, because this emotional developmental stage has been achieved in each individual. And so masculines, you are also at that place where you have achieved that. Now we have 2 cards here. This is kind of the should I stay or should I go? Is it time yet? This is an emotional contemplation based on hanging on to the status quo, your material realm success, your established world. This is how your emotions are relating to everything that you have achieved so far, your worthiness, your degree of satisfaction. You're comfortable. You have reached a plateau, is what I'm seeing here, masculines, whereby it could be a little bit boring or stagnant. It's safe, it's playing it safe, and emotionally, you have a choice to take your life higher. Because of this balance, you're finally up to the challenge of being an innovator, a true innovator, and having love be the motivation. So I'm seeing that no matter what you choose, you're going to reach your goal. You can't make a wrong decision. The risk is worth it. You can use what you have already achieved in the physical world as a foundation. You can take all of that and translate it over to alignment with your spiritual path, is what I'm hearing here. So just know that you have mastered a stable emotional foundation for yourself in your life, and a lot of karmic situations, a lot of lessons of cause and effect, and experimenting with different results and throwing yourself headlong into certain business arrangements or karmic partnerships, or really trying to go for what your family has expected of you as far as success. You've done that. You've mastered all of those things. You've gotten as far as they will allow you to get in all those examples. You have done it. You've completed a foundation. You've been successful by worldly standards. I'm getting an image of the solar plexus, which is the ego chakra, the authentic confidence, empowerment, or the flip, which is disintegrated ego. You've come to the highest achievement you can come to in the physical realm without going further into the realm of heart in full-blown activation, no matter what you're doing. So that is divine relationship now. That is service-based, exponential expression of your gifts, your talents, blowing the doors wide open on what you thought was possible previously as far as deep emotional fulfillment. You are on track for that. All roads are leading to that. You've passed the point of no return because you've healed. Now you're at the fun part. Now you're at the place where things can truly support you on the deeper emotional levels. And I'm hearing you're done putting others first. You know your happiness is of utmost priority. You've established a foundation in knowing yourself, which is so beautiful. There's the King of Wands again. I'm just shuffling the clarifiers because this deck is so huge for the spiritual advice for each of these levels now. And we'll do a Starseed. Oh yeah, Master of Cups. This is the King of Love. So part of your emotional spirit advice here is getting ready to speak your truth on love. Who you love, how you love, what you love, who you are, where your heart's alignment is. Speaking from that place of balance. This is so much intensity under the surface that you've been holding back. Either karmic situations have not allowed for the appropriate outlet of that, or it hasn't been appropriate timing to express that within your twin dynamic because of the balance not having been there yet. So good work, masculines. Just understand your capacity for emotional mastery here and begin allowing yourself to open up your emotional communication. The King of Cups holds back, is guarded a little bit. So I'm feeling it's time to start relaxing that. Express yourself. more freely, express your emotions more freely. And we're also getting chamber of regeneration, creation, multiplication, and growth. So yeah, being emotionally transparent going forward is going to bring that next level growth for you. You have achieved a certain level of mastery, and now it's a coordinated, safe, transparent, vulnerable, and emotionally open, available energy. You can't go higher alone, I'm hearing, masculine. It's time to show the world the true you by being free, emotionally not holding back anymore. And that bravery we saw in the original messages here, this is a readiness I'm feeling here to have exponential growth with a true counterpart, with a true alignment in all aspects of your life. So yeah, gravitate towards the scenarios that allow you to express yourself for who you truly are is the message there. Okay, and now we're getting on to the conscious mind. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. We have Divine Feminine showing up here. We have the Lovers and the Twin Flame 1111 card with this all-knowing, all-perceiving, beautiful, living by first-hand example. The Queen of Swords is very experienced in the ins and outs of existence, but has the tact and timing to navigate them now without being clumsy, without being too awkward. Trust yourself. This is a card of coming into the subtle trust based on the experiences you've had. So this is reconciling your thoughts, standing up for your own right to know. This really is claiming that you have come through a lot of experiences that have educated you firsthand in what you know to be right and true. And this has put you straight into readiness for this Four of Wands, Twin Flame 1111 experience. You are in that transformation. So there's a message here in seeing yourself for your own intuition. The feminine is represented here. So internally, this also is you affirming your own intuitive navigation. You don't need to be so controlling, and you don't have to be on guard to, I'm hearing two things. Control the rate of connections unfolding. You don't have to hold them at bay any longer. It's safe to start going forward because you'll be able to be present enough to regulate the rate of things progressing. This is a very fair but also soft energy, and so it is present. It's not guarded, it's not hard, and so you're being affirmed here for having developed the tact and timing to now go forward on your twin flame connection. And the Lovers here, this is the higher self knowing. You have investigated the 3D world and all the different ins and outs of it and aligned with higher self. So if you're not feeling complete peace mentally about this, these cards indicate a deep level of peace and recognition has been reached. But if you're not feeling that, this is also an indicator. Keep going to source, keep going to your higher self. Just know that in that inner space, you can't go wrong, whether it's from direct experience or uncharted territories, about your spiritual foundation, your evolution on all aspects, including your twin flame connection. You've reached that foundation where if you don't know it by direct experience, you are able to, without ego, go higher and ask. That's stunning, beautiful energy. And yeah, we get the card of the autonomous energy, the sovereign energy. I'm going to pull a Starseed oracle to coordinate with that. What is the spirit advice regarding the masculine's presence, conscious presence the masculines have accessed. Rescued reflections, divination, intuition, and inner vision. Yeah, very third eye presence here. So you're able to know in the moment because you're not allowing external situations to sway you. You've come into autonomy as far as your own free will is what I'm seeing here, and your own embodiment of the high priestess divine feminine energy has allowed you to accurately use your intuition to know yourself and your own wholeness profoundly, so that whether you have direct experience or not, you are feeling equipped to hold your own, to go forward on this twin flame journey on a new level and not mess it up. I'm hearing you've reached enough mastery that you know what to do, and you have the conscious skills now to navigate uncharted territory. So just let that be your affirmation here, masculines, that you've got this, and in any given moment you will have this. Spirit guidance will indicate if you can draw an experience or you are in that alignment to ask on Most High. You have reached that level of conscious development where you can trust yourself. Awesome, beautiful energy. Okay, so on the physical level, we have the Hanged Man, the 8 of Coins, and the 7 of Coins. So yeah, there's some homework here for you masculines. In your physical realm, your decision-making process is evident right now. There are some big decisions. The Hanged Man comes out when we need to make decisions on which way to go that might impact the rest of our lives. So this can very well be deciding to start the twin flame connection in the physical, those kinds of things. Should I or shouldn't I? Questions. These are big, high-leveled questions, and it's mirrored here with the underlying first message relating to the twin flame journey of love versus fear. So bring back that awareness in the decisions you're having to make right now. You divine masculines are such planners. You plan for large spans of time and space ahead of time, and so these are decisions that will affect your next year, your next few years, your next decades, potentially for some. The other cards here are the homework. So you have amassed a certain skill. This is the card of the specialist, of advancement, of taking things to an extraordinary level of expertise. You have that. And so in your physical decision making, as it relates to the twin flame journey, you're seeing that not only are you at a particular place of development emotionally, you've gotten to the furthest edge of what you can get to in your karmic situations. You're also seeing that in order to take your excellence to a new level, you're being asked to make some decisions for that greater good. So some things you're being asked to let go of in the name of progress. This is very focused decision making, because we also have my card of pros and cons. So if you're at this, is it time yet or not? Should I or shouldn't I? Do I or don't I? Do I stay or do I go? Karmic situations, or activating a new level of connectivity in your twin dynamic. Make a pros and cons list. Give weight to each of your priorities. Figure out what your top 3 priorities are in taking your life to the next level, and put the choices on that graph as well, and give them a priority scale. Your most important aspect, give it a 4. Your second most important determining factor, give it a 3. And your third most important, give it a 2. And then decide between the options that you have what each of those things is. Okay, that's clumsy coming through. I hope you can grasp something from what I just said. That is not very clear. That's what's coming through though as a strategy right now in your decision making process. So try and make sense of that. If you make sense of that, you get 10 points. So give it a shot. Let's pull some clarifiers. Maybe we'll get a direct graph showing up on what the heck I just meant there. But take it to heart, do the work, put the pros and cons out there. Oh yeah, the Sage of Swords again, that's exactly what you have on the mind space, masculine. So your spirit advice is tap into what you know about what works and doesn't work. Tap into your own truth. Allow that to support these tough decisions that you are being faced with making that are going to affect the rest of your year, the rest of the next years to come. Gate of returning. Wow, so entrance, death, rebirth, and passage. We got the death and rebirth regarding your twin flame scenario here. And so there is a return, but there is a tact and timing on how you do that. You are really facing right now, from what I can see, masculines, deciding whether to align and take your life higher on your destined path, fully embodied right now. So you're in that portal of transformation. You're in that process of truly knowing your own gifts, talents, being, full potential, and making those choices in your life where you are ending the things that are not in alignment with that degree of specialization as a soul, as a human, as a being on the planet in this now period of human development. You're being asked to align with those things that are of the higher aesthetic, the higher knowing, the higher expression, and bravely go forward to it. Whatever that is for you, whatever it is that you know on every level of your being is your true expression, you're being asked to decide now to align with those things in any of the decisions that you're navigating at this time. Use that as your inner motivation and a confirmation of the path and the direction you're meant to go right now. And some of those things are going to be returning to things that you have aligned with in the past, like your divine feminine, where it hasn't been divine timing. There is a return here. There is a knowing that you have reached an awareness about what certain things are, and that certain things have gone into independent expression, and now it appears to be time to come back into alignment and to give certain, I'm hearing gifts, talents, expressions, connectivity with your twin, to give it another go, to have a reinvented new way of showing up on this foundation of temperance and healing. Amazing. Okay, divine masculines, we are very twin flame focused. Obviously, if divine masculines, if you're watching a twin flame reading, your heart is for your flame. So yeah, lots of affirming energies here that you have come into a degree of mastery that does indicate your readiness to move forward on a new level of expression within your twin flame connection. Okay, for cross watchers, what would the masculines say to their feminines? Oh, I am coming, trust, and I need time for me. So masculines are very much continuing to calibrate in this tempered energy, understanding where they've given away their own time, their own self their boundaries in previous situations and really getting a handle on what their needs are that way, so they don't lose that when they come into alignment with you. But they are on their way. Beautiful readings today, everybody. I'm going to do these on Wednesdays. I adored this. I hope it's deeply supportive of your journeys, and many blessings. Bye for now.